In this video, we are going to review skill number 2 from the review skills pretest. Now, skill number 2 was operations with polynomials. So there was a couple different operations. Number 3 was addition, 4 was subtraction, and 5 and 6 were both multiplication. So when we were adding or subtracting, we're really just looking to combine like terms. So in this case, I'm adding, and so I'm going to look to add like terms. So I have a 2x squared plus a 3x squared. So that's going to give me a 5x squared. So we're going to add those leading coefficients, and we're going to keep the variable the same. Then I have a x and a negative 12x. So remember, this x is really like a 1x. So I have 1x minus 12x, so negative 11x. And then I have a negative 11 plus a 15. So that's going to give me 4. So this would be my final answer for adding. Now, when we're subtracting, there's two ways we could think about it. We could do the same way as adding, except for we could subtract the two numbers, or instead of add. What I like to do first is just distribute this negative to everything, because I'm subtracting 2x squared. I'm subtracting a negative 4, so it means I'm adding. Then I'm subtracting 5. So I like to change it to an addition problem, just to make it a little bit easier. And now I can say, okay, 4x squared plus negative 2x squared is going to be 2x squared. 5x plus 4x is going to be 9x. And negative 6 plus negative 5 is going to give me negative 11. And so that would give me my final answer for number 4. In number 5, notice there's no operation in between these parentheses. So that means we're doing multiplication. And so we can do this multiplication two ways. One way I can do it is by distributing. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this 2x and multiply it by both things in my second parenthesis. So 2x times x, remember this is 2x1 times 2x1. That's going to give me 2x2. 2x times 4 is going to give me 8x. Then I'm going to do the same thing, but now I'm going to multiply this negative 3 times both the things in the second parentheses. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Then I'm going to say, oh, I have an 8x and a negative 3x. So I can combine those into a 5x. And so this would be my final answer. If we don't like distributing, then another method is called the box method. So in the box method, I'm going to take my first two terms, and I'm going to write them on the top, so 2x and negative 3. And then I'm going to take my second two terms and write them on the other side of the box, so x and 4. Then I'm going to multiply those values into the middle. So 2x times x is 2x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. 2x times 4 is 8x. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. And then just like before, I can see that I have an 8x and a negative 3x. So when I go to write my final answer, I'm going to have 2x squared. I'm going to add those guys together. So plus 5x minus 12. Notice we get the same answer. We're just using kind of two different methods or two different organizations in order to multiply. We're going to use a similar approach when it comes to number 6. But when we have a squared, that means that we actually have two of them. So I need to rewrite this as x plus 5 times x plus 5. And then I can choose one of the two methods we used in problem number 5. So I'm going to use distribution. So I have x times x. I'm going to get x squared. X times 5 is 5x. 5 times x is 5x. And 5 times 5 is 25. Then I notice I have two middle terms that I can add. So I'm going to put x squared plus 10x plus 25 as my final answer. Now, you could have also used the box method. I would put x plus 5 here and x plus 5 here. We don't even actually need to put the plus 5. We can just put 5 because we know 5 is positive. And then I would multiply. So x times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. X times 5 is 5x. 5 times 5 is 25. Add my like terms. And notice we get the same answer. So either method will work for multiplication, but we want to just choose one of them.